2016 with your monthly reading for the month of September 2019, focusing on your career and work life. I hope that you have a good month so far for the month of August, and see what is in store for you for September. So the first card for you, representing the present position of your spread towards the beginning of the month, you have the Joker card. So this actually happened. A lot of signs have been getting this lately for the month of September. So I do see that this month of September is full of new beginnings for most of the sign, including yourself. And this looks like a very pleasant surprise actually. So you actually was not really applying for the job. Maybe somebody approaches you in the past, maybe like a recruiter or somebody with that, like headhunters or HR, whatever the case may be. They are really interested on your profile, and somehow you're just getting into them and then sending them their resume, and then you are maybe invited for the interview, and then you did that, but you didn't have any hopes, like expectations on getting the job, because you are actually not looking. But it looks like that it's actually becoming true, like you ended up getting an offer. So this is actually something that you have been waiting for sometimes in the past, but now maybe you change your mind. You don't want to find a new job. Maybe you are satisfied with your current position. But it looks like that some of you who have been in the job for quite some time, you wanted to change too in some point. That's the reason why you go for that interview and you go and try them. But actually you will be getting those offers by the beginning of the month, or even like earlier before that, like in the month of August can be. So it looks like that for the month of September early on, you will be able to start that new position. For some of you, for other of you who are unemployed, it's obviously you will get the offer for the beginning of the month. You will be able to start the new job. Or it can be like if you start a new company or your own business, this can also be applied for you. So the next card that you have representing the influence card or the bridge card. So the middle of the month, you have this 5 of clubs. So the 5 of clubs here actually indicates that there might be some competitions for you to get into this job. Maybe you have to compete with several different people, and you may still have to go in that final stage of the interview. For some of you, it looks like that, I mean, the offer is still there, but in some way you need to prove that you are worth that offer. This can also be like if you are in the middle of the negotiations of your salary. This is going to be one of the things that towards the middle of the month, actually you get the offer, then maybe you negotiate your offer to get even higher salary that you should get. And this can be quite like yeah, kind of a disagreement kind of thing happen, you know, like why you gave this amount is actually you are worth more. So those type of situations, you know. And this is something common. I don't see any conflict, like major conflict in your workplace, unless maybe if you handed over your resignation letter, maybe your boss is not really buying into that. Maybe they don't really like the way you leave or things like that. But try to be like practical on those, you know. Don't put any emotion on that. It's better to be practical and, you know, do what you should do, and everything will be okay. So the next one that you have representing the past position of your spread, you have the 10 of diamond. So yeah, this looks like, for me, it's like you are getting a lot of opportunity in the past, which is carry on to the month of September. And maybe you have also purchased a new house too. So a new house may be something that you have been thinking about, and you finally be able to achieve that. Or even like beautifying your beautifying your house, you know. And those type of things can also be giving you a lot of impact when you are working. maybe you feel more positive because of that and things like that. I do see that this kind of new endeavor is actually something that you have planned for quite some time. If this is your new startups, a new business, this can be one of the things that you wishing to have for quite some time. So the next card that you have representing the things that you learned from the past, you have a Six of Clubs. I think you have a lot of winning. I think you have a lot of situation in your past that you actually get a lot of like appreciation from your peers, a lot of like praises, and a lot of people are cheering you up. So that's something that you have learned in the past, and this is something that I think you have been proud of yourself. You have done a lot of things in your life, and you have done a good job, and people are supporting you as well. So there's no way of holding you back. So the next card that you are representing the things that you need to let go of, you have the Eight of Spades. I'm not sure why this card is happening in your spread, but it looks weird for me because you have full confidence towards yourself. Somehow you're being like tricked in your mind that you actually not worthy and you don't have enough and you don't want to, you don't get everything what you want and things like that. This is something like we call it ego. So ego-based perceptions or ego-based thinking is always not good. So try to be positive and not really giving so much of your energy towards the negative thoughts, because the negative thought will always be there. They will always be there for you, the negative thought. It's just depending on yourself to get the positive thing on all the situation in your life, and by then you will be able to achieve what you want. As long as you do your part and you try to be positive and try to do your best, everything will be okay. Just let go those negative thought and disbelief, those type of things. It's not going to help you in the long run. So the next card that you have representing the future cards towards the end of the month, you have the Nine of Spades. So yeah, you will have a sleepless night towards the end of the month. Actually, you still have a lot of hard time to let go. Maybe this is something related to if you have been working in the same job for quite a long time. So this can be one of the challenges. It's hard for people who are working for a long period of time to let go their previous job, because they get used to the people, they get used to the environment, they get used to the job that they do for the past few years, and then this will be a very I would say challenging for most of the people to get used to the new environment. And this is normal. If you have been starting a new job and you feel that you cannot do at the job for maybe for the first 2 weeks or few weeks or so, it is normal. So you should admit that it is normal. It is the time for adjustment for the new employees to get into the new job, and you just have to take yourself lightly. You should accept that as normal things. People also compensate that, so it doesn't mean that it's something bad about that. So lastly, here to clarify the whole readings, at the bottom of the deck you have the Four of Spades. So this one actually suggested that aside from any you see here, sleepless night and those a disbelief and things like that, or even a kind of conflict, you need to take time for yourself. You need to take time for yourself and contemplate everything that you have done, and also try to take yourself away from these situations. What I mean by that is try to go for vacations or even short breaks on the weekend, enjoy yourself, and that can lowering down your stress. So because I do see that there are a lot of stresses that are coming with this new job or this kind of a new position that you have undertaken, and this is something that you love doing it, but in some way it's very stressful. And it can be like if you have been promoted to the manager positions and now you have to manage a lot of your peers, and this can be very stressful. So try to take yourself away from the situations, and like for a weekend or any of those, like when you have free time, don't think about the job and just go with a short break and things like that, and then I think you will be okay. So I think that's overall readings for you here for the month of September. So I hope that this reading is helpful, and if you like the reading, just click like. And if you haven't subscribed, just click subscribe and push the bell icon so that you get the notifications every time we publish a new video. And if you want to send your donations, if you want to donate, you can send your donation via PayPal to this email address. And see you next month. Thank you.